and gentlemen. My name is Wasim Al-Kabour, and it's going to be a little bit difficult to match the gentleman's very informative presentation in terms of its technicality, but I'll try to make this a little bit shorter and maybe informative to the best of my ability. Wiskots is a company based out of Saudi Arabia, 100% owned and run by Saudis, as well as local blood, whether Saudi nationals or not, but we've been trying to keep Wiskots as close to Saudi as a source of innovation and technology to serve the local industry by providing innovative solutions designed, manufactured, and serviced locally. Wiskots has four principal areas of services. The first is NDT. We've started the advanced inspection services using ultrasound more than almost 20 years now, which means that we were one of the early introducers and implementers of ultrasonic testing here in Saudi Arabia. Working very closely with international research centers and companies where a lot of knowledge transfer was transferred to Saudi, and since then we've been able to produce a lot of robotic solutions specifically for the NDT services here for Saudi Arabia, whether it's Saudi Aramco. We were working also with some of our esteemed guests to develop additional services here in the Jumeirah area for the advanced NDT services. We also do metrological inspection using technologies from Italy, imported basically from the aerospace technology and sector. And bringing that technology and automation and innovation to the local industries. I'll go to the third one, top on the right in a moment. I'll leave that one to the last. The one on the bottom right, we also augment our inspection services with composite repair. So we've been in a position that is unenviable, that being the bearers of bad news for too long, telling some of our clients that their facility or their asset needs replacement post our NDT. But fortunately, with the advent of composite repair, we've supplemented the bad news with some good news. The good news being we found some defects, but we can now repair them. Finally, our robotic services. I've seen a plethora of robots and robotic services and equipment in the exhibition these past 2 days, and with a lot of very interesting innovation. We too provide robotic services. The thing that distinguishes us from most is that most of our robotic services are based on robots that we design and build for our customers locally. We sit down with our customers, the end client, understand their specific needs. We do understand that sometimes one robot or one solution doesn't fit all. So we design bespoke robots for our clients, and we've taken that one step further over the past few years by keeping in line with the technologies of machine learning and AI. Our typical approach is when we have a project with our clients, we initially start by assessing the project, analyze the requirements for the project, and design and build a prototype, and we take that prototype to the field. After that, we assess the efficiency of that solution and go back in this circle of constant improvement. Today I'd like to talk about one or two such initiatives that we've worked with locally. The first one is what we call the IPST. It's an internal pipe service tool that we're very proud to have designed, built, and are now deploying in the deserts of Saudi Arabia, and we hope to soon deploy it in some of the operating facilities as well. The challenge came from one of the large oil companies in the region, and that challenge was to coat, scan, and assess the inside of pipelines, whether they were new or existing. And the big challenge there was the size of the pipelines. Although there existed crawlers for many decades actually, the biggest challenge that came to us was the size. It needed to be a tool that is untethered, capable of performing multiple services, and needed to be capable of traversing the 6-inch piping system. This is the very first added module to our IPST. Now, what I'd like to bring your attention to is this is a internally cladded pipe. The distance between each one of these welded or cladded layers is roughly 3 millimeters. And this is the resolution we get using our system, going into a pipe and assessing the weld quality as well as looking for other anomalies visually. This was also an assessment that we were requested to do, looking at the root of carbon steel pipes, and also looking at the oxidization that occurs on either side of the weld. We were also tasked to perform laser topography of the weld itself to assess whether the weld was coatable, or if the welds were, if weld spatter still existed, which can be identified by these small marks on either side of this weld. In addition to that, for flow characteristics, to see if how much resistance those lines had. As a result of the previous slide, we were later tasked to do something about some of the welds that were very high. So this is the same image that you saw previously, but what you'll notice is that it's quite flat, and that's because what we did was we placed a grinding tool that we designed and built, and started to grind flush the welds. And in order not to touch the base material, we were charged with ensuring at least, at most, 1 millimeter gap, but anything above 2 millimeters should be gone. This particular pipe was intended for internal coating as well. So after that, we sandblasted basically in let's say layman's term, but we grit blasted the pipe in order to create a profile for coating to be applied. And that's something we also do right now. We do internal girth weld coating. This is a typical configuration of one of our modules, where we start off with a grit blaster, a wheel-based grit blaster. We have a vacuum system to clean up the grit. And in some cases, we also evaluate and assess the surface profile of the surface that's just been recently blasted. On the left here, you'll see a profiler. So this was an image before the blasting You can see that it's quite shiny and smooth, and this is not a joint that you can coat. This is after the process of cleaning, blasting, grinding, and blasting again. So in this case, you can see it's quite clean and ready for coating. After the coating process comes inspection, and we've also prepared various inspection tools for the internal girth weld coating. This one is to check for holidays. This is another aspect, and that is in terms of the heating process and the heating cycle. We've also worked with best-in-class induction heating companies to create custom equipment for us. These equipment, unlike other products in the market, which provide the induction heating, and the feedback is all manual. Our system is integrated with the robotics, with a constant quality control and quality assessment thereafter by integrating the thermal heating cycle within the system. Going beyond what we do internally in terms of innovation, I'll just run up two or three last slides that are just very generic. We were talking about repairs and reinforcement of pipes and other assets, and this is something we do with our team that works in the NDT, and that is we do the pipe repair, the tank repair. We also provide supports for pipes which are non-metallic, hence eliminating galvanic corrosion between the pipe and the support. We also perform and have performed leak sealing for online leaks for various different media and temperature. We work with the power and electrical company to suppress and arrest SF6 gases from escaping leaking flanges. And we also, this photo obviously is not here in Saudi, but it would convey the idea. And this is a structural repair which is applied. It's a non-metallic repair for various structures in different parts of the facilities which may be compromised after years of exposure to the elements. This is one of the last services that we've introduced to our arsenal of services, and this is an induction heating removal system of really stubborn coating systems such as rubber, glass lining, fiber lining, and fireproofing material. It's very safe, it's quiet, and it's extremely environmental conscious. No waste except the paint itself that just peels off, and no effect on the base metal. And the reason we introduced this, it's all organic growth. After applying our composite repairs and it's surviving for many years, the clients sometimes request us to remove it or remove existing coatings in order to apply inspection solutions or other coating material. And we've found that this technology, which is now being standardized through AMPP, formerly NACE and SSPC, so there's a standard that's coming out pretty soon for this technology. As I mentioned, we are headquartered in Dammam in Saudi Arabia actually, but we have an extended team of professionals that assist us on different types of projects. They're pretty much a part of the team for the past 10 years plus now, and on a daily basis we receive challenges from our clients here in Saudi Arabia. Once we visit them and we understand their requirements, we assemble a task team to then identify who should work on which project, and that is then disseminated This is not an exhaustive representation. We have people strewn throughout the world. My last slide is in case you would like to get a hold of myself or any one of our operations managers who's specialized in his respective field. These are our contact details. We'll be very happy to work with you on your various challenges and keep it real and keep it local. And I see I have 2, 1, 0 seconds. So I think I hit the mark. Thank you.